Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wankhede experience where sold out is not a status, it's a mood. You click buy and the page congratulates you on your optimism. You didn't get it, right? Let me elaborate. India vs England semi-final tickets at Wankhede Stadium sold out in just 17 seconds. But how do 33,000 seats disappear when thousands of real fans couldn't get even one? And somehow, magically outside the stadium, tickets were available at 5 times the price. People believe when tickets say sold out, they mean gone. But they don't understand that they have moved on to higher education. The education is the MBA in black marketing. Let's understand the structured analysis of how ticket economics work in this system. Firstly, I love how there's clearly a priority system. You think it's first come, first served? No, it's more like before you refresh the Book My Show or the District app, 33,000 seats are already segmented in the case of Wankhede. For ICC matches hosted by BCCI, hypothetically, the allocation happening of Wankhede Stadium seats typically goes like the following. So, under the board, 10 to 15% of the approx seats are given to the ICC and the BCCI, that is 3,000 to 4,500 out of the 33,000. The second category goes to the MCA and the clubs, which is 20 to 25%, which rounds about to 6,000 to 8,000 tickets. Third category goes to the sponsors and the corporates, which is 15 to 20%, which amounts to 5,000 to 6,000 tickets. Then goes to the players, governments, VIPs, hospitality blocks to different networking, and then the public sale. So according to all of this, the public sales only count about to 15 to 25%, which is around about 5,000 to 8,000 tickets in the whole 33,000 tickets of a Wankhede Stadium seats. If only 6,000 tickets go live and 2 to 3 million people try to book, sell out in 17 seconds is mathematically possible without the conspiracy. Now let's apply the same structure to 1,32,000 seats, which is the Narendra Modi Stadium. Even if only 40% go to the public sale, 1,32,000 into 40% is 52,800 tickets. That's clearly 8 times Wankhede's public inventory. So even if demand is higher, the probability improves dramatically. This is capacity economics, not necessarily cleaner governance. Secondly, people ask if scarcity is artificial at Wankhede. The answer is partly yes and partly strategic because Wankhede operates like a private membership asset disguised as a public venue. Let's simulate booking the flow. 5,500 tickets go live, 4 lakh users enter the queue. Each user is allowed 4 tickets, so the first 1,375 successful transactions is done and the inventory is exhausted there itself. If automated tools or bulk buyers grab even 15% early, public probability collapses further. And for this reason, Mumbai is hotter for the topic. It's because Mumbai's resale trend drivers are higher disposable income, corporate hospitality culture, networking demand, high celebrity density, and lower seat availability, which accounts to higher arbitrage margin. Technical bottlenecks are genuine, but the primary issue is inventory design and not the server design. Even perfect servers cannot fix a 5,000 seat supply shock against the 4 lakh buyers. It's not that tickets disappear, it's that only handful are truly available, millions are competed, allocation structure favors the institution, and transparency is low. So, Wankhede isn't just a stadium, it's a premium scarcity asset in India's financial capital. Until allocation transparency improves and resales get regulated, Mumbai fans will continue refreshing screens while tickets get circulated in quieter rooms first. The 17-second sellout isn't a magic in Wankhede Stadium. It's a mathematics mixed with hierarchy.